Shalom Israel, giving no praise to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'Shem, Rakah, Kadash, the one to the elders of GMS, who taught us his truth, and sincerity and fear of the Lord. Salutation, meaning peace to you, Akim, out there, pushing his word and truth and sincerity. Now, this is just a quick topic, quick discussion about the reason why they're now putting us in the forefront, the reason why they're now bringing this word out in our group, quote unquote, hate group. But really it's just truth unveiled, okay? It's just truth that's being out. The true reason why, first off, is prophecy. Most High said, this word shall go forth throughout the whole earth, and then shall an end come. So everybody will know about this word. Everybody will hear this message, and then will the end come. Secondly, the event with CNN, they realized that, look, the event went viral. So now that people seen the video, they had to redirect. Why? Because people are being inquisitive. They're gonna want to know who was these guys yelling back at the students. But we'll tell you who they are. The Hebrew Israelites, okay? You black, Latinos, and Native Americans are the children of Israel according to the Bible. And they don't want people to know that truth. Why? Because it destroys the lies. And if you know that truth and you repent, turn back to the Heavenly Father, you're gonna cry to him. And then the Heavenly Father is going to destroy this man's kingdom and punish him for all they've done to us. Okay, and they don't want that. So they want to demonize us. As you can see, this is on Glenn Beck's website. And what he brings out is the fact that he knew about our group. And this is San Francisco Bay. You know, them beautiful brothers out there that push hard. So pretty much it's like demons upstairs. They don't want us to, they don't want mass people to know the truth, okay? And eventually they're gonna try to silence us. So this is glennbeck.com, and I'm gonna read a little bit of this article. Who we are, or who he says we are, okay? It says, who are the Black Hebrew Israelites? The path from the founders of the Black Hebrew Israelite movement in the late 1800s to the group that verbally abused the Covington Catholic High School students in Washington last Friday is a complex maze. So now you see how the devil puts his twist on it. He said the brothers in HOY verbally abused the students. But here it is. Everything that Donald Trump stands for is very racist. It has a history of violence behind it. Brothers bring out the dirt of what Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, has done, and we're considered racist and hateful, okay, and evil. See how they put the twist on it because they want to deflect from their crimes. Okay, so it's Reno. There are so many different groups, subgroups, and offshoots that it would take a week to untangle. So I'm going to try to boil it down for you. 1886, Chattanooga, Tennessee, a former railroad worker named Frank Cherry established the Church of the Living God, the pillar and ground of truth for all nations. Yes, that was the full church name. He mixed together elements of Judaism and Christianity and believed that African Americans are descendants of the original tribes of Israel, because we are. You go to scriptures like Deuteronomy 28, verse 68, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Okay, Egypt just means bondage, the house of bondage. Again, the second time, via cargo slave ships, you'll be transported like cattle and food supply on cargo. You'll be sold as a commodity. Okay, so the Lord said he'll bring us again into Egypt with ships. So we are, not were, we are descendants of tribes of Israel. Okay, your prospective tribe, whether you be Judah, Negroes, Benjamin, West Indians, Ephraim, Puerto Ricans, Simeon, Dominicans, Issachar, Mexicans, so on and so forth. Okay, Gad, Indians, so called. Okay, Reading on said, he preached that these Israelite ancestors were chased out of Babylon into Central and West Africa, where they were eventually sold into slavery by the Romans. Right? That's correct. He preached that Adam and Eve and Jesus were black. Now, black is just a color. But if you want to specify, it's a dark brown. Okay, a very dark brown. And yes, the first people are dark skinned. The first people were dark skinned. So called white people or lighter skinned people is the newest form on the earth. That's very new. And it's odd. Okay? You lack something called pigmentation. That's why you can't be out in the sun. And it's not being hateful, it's the truth. I one time knew this guy, where I worked. He worked in Dolce and Gabbana. And you would say he's like one of these pretty model boys. Of course he was gay, Esau. And he had light blue eyes, and women loved him for it. But his only problem is he couldn't go out in the sun. Why? Because the sun violet rays will destroy his eyes. He couldn't see in the sun. Why? Because he lacked pigmentation. So you not only need pigmentation to survive, but to see. Okay? So Esau, Edom, so-called white man, lacks pigmentation. And that's why they get sunburned. Okay? And if you have green or blue eyes naturally, it's hard for you to see in the sun because why? The reason why most people's eyes are dark brown, not black, dark brown, is because it's a pigmentation. It's melanin in the eye, okay? And you lack it. So of course, naturally, all people on earth will have some form of melanin to survive the heat of the sun prior to rural areas and big buildings, okay? People need to survive the sun. But not to go on a tangent, just to carry on. Cherry also preached that whites are heavily evil and hated by God, which is true. Romans 9, the 9th chapter tells you Esau is hated. And white's a color, okay? Nobody's nationality is white. That's a color. It's Esau Edom, or you call yourself Caucasian, which means you descend from the Caucasus Mountains. Which also the Lord said in Job 30th chapter, we pushed you there because you were known to rob people and destroy and go to war for no reason. It says Cherry Church formed a template for a ton of offshoots. Throughout the 1900s, these offshoots developed into three main tracks. So showing you, they did their research, okay? Prior to me even looking at this, I didn't know in Chattanooga, Chattanooga, Tennessee in 1886. I didn't know that, this man by the name of Frank Cherry established the Church of the Living God. So it's showing you these people are well studied. Okay, and let me get a quick scripture. This is Psalm 64:8. They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of laying snares privily, and that snares is talking about lies, okay, deception. Because you can trap somebody up with a lie. Okay, that's the setup. That's the ambush, okay? But it's spiritual, starting with a lie. They say, who see them? Right, but the Lord sees them. They search out iniquities, they establish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. Right, they search out iniquities, but not only iniquities, they search out history. They search out the facts. Okay? They search it out. And they let you know via this article, Glenn Beck, which is a well typed out and very meticulous way of putting it through the history. Okay, and what we believe, the rundown. It gives you a clear rundown. And it's very precise, like he's been following us. And they do. Okay, he said verse 7. But God should shoot at them with an arrow and they should be wounded through the truth. The Lord is shooting arrows of truth. And the only reason why I say the arrows of truth is because the truth to somebody that's lying is very piercing. Okay. Especially to those that don't want to be found out. Spiritual Cain, the fugitive, and they should be wounded, and they are wounded, and that's the reason why they're calling foul play. They're saying we're a hate group, okay, and they're slandering us and calling all evil men or evils against us. Why? Because they're wounded. A hit dog will holler, as the saying goes. You throw a shoe, and the dog that goes that's the one that it hit, and it hurt, and they made a noise of them being wounded. Hit dog will holler. If you ain't get hit, you wouldn't say anything. See? So the Most High is shooting the arrows of truth, and now they're getting hit up with these arrows. Verse 8, so they make their own tongues to fall upon themselves, and they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves, and all that deceive them shall flee away. And they making their own tongue to fall upon themselves. Why? By revealing who we are. So um, I'm going to jump down to this. Pretty much it's a pretty long article. So I'm just gonna like try to read through it as much as possible. So I'm gonna start right here. The current chief high priest of this wing of the Black Hebrew Israelites has prophesied that a vengeful Black Jesus will soon return to the earth and kill and enslave all white people. With that, Cherry mentions small groups of Black Hebrew Israelite street preachers called camps. They know the codes. Stationed themselves at busy intersections in the cities like Philadelphia, New York, Baltimore, Washington, D.C. They rail against white devils, which they believe are descended from a race of beasts spawned by Esau. Esau is the twin brother of Jacob, later called Israel in the Old Testament. They also rail against promiscuous women, native Africans, for selling black Israelites into slavery. And that's just a negative narrative they're trying to paint. Uh, and it's true. It's true. According to the Bible, it's true. According to history, it's true. There's no such thing as black Israelites. The Israelites are dark skinned and light skinned. Okay, range between the two. Into slavery, Asians, and call for the death of Jews and homosexuals. You hear a sampling of pretty much all of that on the viral video taken Friday at the Lincoln Memorial. A former member of the Hebrew Israelites says they use fear tactics to break down new recruits and brainwash them. Yeah, you have to wash people's brains from lies. Recruits are urged to join camps and verbally assault pedestrians. It's easier to go through airport security than to visit one of this group's places of worship. White people are strictly forbidden, and if you're a person of color, you must explain to security why you're visiting and how you heard about the church. You have to swear you're not a cop, spy, or a member of the rival Israelite group. Then you must swear before the security guards that you're clean, including not eating pork or had sex for the previous 24 hours. They confiscate your phones, photo ID during the service, then they pat you down. Once you're inside the first door, you must register your name, address, and phone number. Alright, so GMS doesn't do that, but probably like one ISUBK, them guys. So then you're handed King James Bible. If you make it that far, it that's disciple then pours olive oil on your head as a final cleansing ritual. Now you can enter the main sanctuary. But pretty much, I'm gonna read one more, and it says, "Behold, the days come." Amos 8:11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord God, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor thirst of water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. Eventually, they want to stop this truth, and now because it's spreading like wildfire, the next thing to do is just attack it, shut everything down, erase it out the system. So the famine of the word is coming very soon. So I hope this was edifying. Even though praise Yahweh Shema Shah. Till next time, so